Can you tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is Gary Hooper, and I live on a farm 4 miles south of here.
Okay, thanks, Gary. Obviously, you're here with a sign to express your opinion about the march that's going on today and what's going on in Postville. What made you come out? What encouraged you to come out and state your opinion today?
Because I believe it's time for America to draw a line in the sand. This is ridiculous that we have allowed 30 to 40 million illegal aliens in this country who are raping, robbing, and murdering Americans by the thousands. Last year, America paid $326 billion in our social services to people breaking our laws. These people have no intentions of being legal citizens. They are here to take this country over, and it's time for us to fight.
Alrighty. There have been people who disagree with you on this, who say that because the people who are here in this plant have been treated, their human rights have been violated, safety violations and stuff like that, that they should get a special pass on the immigration laws. What do you say in response to that?
That is a very good question. What these people in town are doing is they're confusing the American people with apples and oranges. If you're against illegal immigration, you must be a prejudiced and bigoted person. I'm not prejudiced towards anyone except for anyone not an American. I have nothing against any individuals. I don't care if they're nice people, good people, hard-working people. They are here illegally. They're breaking our laws. They're raping, robbing, and murdering Americans, and we are rewarding them for that. It's time for the American people to draw a line in the sand and throw these people out of this country.
And you live here in the Postville area, so you can give us firsthand, what specifically have you seen changes and what's the effect that you see in this town?
It's gone from a beautiful, quiet town to where you walk through this town on a Friday or Saturday night. English is a foreign language. You won't see an American on the streets of this town. People are behind their locked doors with guns, and people are afraid.
Thank you very much for answering our questions.
They actually, at our school system, they actually force our children to speak Spanish 2 days a week.
Really?
I removed my 2 girls from this school because of the low education that they were receiving here.
Okay.
And then we had a principal and a superintendent and a school board that passed a law to close our enrollment. So we, being good Catholics, moved our kids to Decorah, to a Catholic school where they're getting a very good education.
So they were forced to speak Spanish 2 days a week?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Thanks very much for your time.
When I was down here before, I talked to the police chief, and he didn't see any kids crime was a big problem.
Sure he's not.
Why not?
If you were there, if I was the chief of police, I wouldn't report it either.
So there have been that much problems here? Hasn't there actually been more? There have been more since they brought people from Texas?
That's BS.
Well, there were 2 stabbings last week, right?
There's been stabbings in this town for weeks for the past 13 years since that plant opened up. It's a hush-hush. It's a hush-hush item. I can't blame the chief. He's a very nice fellow. But he also has a job and a family to feed. Baseball bat fights, stabbings, breaking into people's houses, hit and runs, people driving without insurance, without driver's license. Now, crime has been the same regardless. All they've done is change the illegals with I'm not sure what kind of these people are they're bringing up now.
We saw folks in African garb yesterday when a plant was raided. Where was that, Michelle?
I can't remember.
Just posting on it not too long ago. They started bringing in Somalis.
Oh, it's in Colorado.
Colorado.
It's Colorado.
Oh, the Swift. Is that, do you know if that's
Here is my stand. My 4 grandparents was an Indian, a Mexican, an Irishman, and a Frenchman. I am not a Native American Indian. I am not a Spanish American. I am not a French American. I'm not an Irish American. I am an American who happens to be diverse nationality. People who prefix and suffix anything to this country is unacceptable.
I'll do the intro again, just so we make sure I wait till this car goes by. We're here in Postville today. It's Sunday, the day of the big rallies, and we have Carmen Morales, who is here from New Jersey. She's with You Don't Speak for Me. Carmen, what motivated you to come all the way from New Jersey this weekend?
Well, I believe that the United States is in a lot of trouble with this illegal alien invasion, and I do believe that people should unite and travel and do something about this illegal alien employers and the people that are breaking our laws.
There's been some talk this week from my Congressman Gutierrez, for example, that the options that the people, yeah, I say the same, the people who were arrested back in May, that they didn't have any option that didn't include deportation. So why do you think that their deportation should be off the table?
I don't think it should be off the table. I think just Gutierrez is just looking for votes anyway, so he'll say anything to make the that side happy. I believe that deportation, they should be deported, number one. Number two, the illegal, the employers should pay for what they're doing, jail time, whatever they have to do. But this country has got to come back to the law enforcement and the rule of law. That's just incredible what's going on. I can't.
And you're very active on this issue. What would you say to the average American? How should they get involved to fight this battle?
How to get involved? All they have to do is do what I do. Find out where the rallies are and attend and speak out. And Lou Dobbs' show, be there, you know, speak out, people, come on.
And how about the media? Do they do a good job of covering and giving information to people?
No, especially the Spanish media. But the only one is CNN with Lou Dobbs, the one that speaks the truth. The other ones are all twisting and turning. And you know, everybody is, mostly they're politicians looking for votes from the Latino community, so they'll say anything to make them happy. Yeah. I mean, the pro-illegal people.
So the TV and the newspapers don't do a good job of covering. Obviously, we're on the internet. Is the internet the best source to get information about what's going on?
Yes. Yeah. Especially, I sent so many emails. I think in 1 week I sent like 3 million emails to people. I drive them crazy. I have to send a message out. I have to let them know what's going on. And the only way is through the internet. That's where you find out what's really going on.
Thanks a lot for taking time to interview with us. Nice to see you, Carmen.
Same here.
Thank you. We're going? Okay. Hi, can you tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is Norma Halverson, and I'm from Lorenz, Iowa.
Thanks for talking with us. You came, you said, from a couple hundred miles away, so what motivated you to come here today to Postville?
What motivated me to come here is, I think, we got to quit being complacent and realize it's red, yellow, black, and white, all are precious in His sight. And we need to help these people go back to their countries and reform their countries and make it like ours. And maybe the United States can help them make their countries like ours. You know, it's the cost to the economy to go to an emergency room, or the cost, people don't really realize what it's costing us. And they're coming here, want a better life. I don't blame them for wanting a better life. Do it legally. Do it the right way.
Like her with her broke arm here, she goes to the Veterans Hospital in Minneapolis. I'm a farmer and I can't afford health insurance.
He's my husband. So.
And I think there's a discrepancy somewhere, you know, as far as our health care, in order to be able to afford, even born and raised in the homeland here and can't even afford my own health insurance.
Right. So oftentimes, of course, people who are on the other side of this issue, from what you're saying, they use the term racist and they throw it around very frequently. And you've just said
that it has
nothing to do with race.
Well, that's the politically correct way to go about it.
It has nothing to do with
everybody's
race.
racist.
Yeah.
It has to do with doing the right thing. What would Jesus do? The right thing. You know,
so to you, come here legally, and that's the important thing.
But we know here the fact that they've got underpaid employment here, and management is kind of dodging the bullet, it looks like to me.
So you think they should do more with the company, against the company, whereas, I mean, the rate obviously affects the employees, but what do you think they can do?
Management
this
is
company
the most responsible for the whole predicament.
Right. And they're also the ones making the money.
The money talks.
Their money talks. They treated these good people like slaves. They were working for, some of them $5 an hour, long hours. Some of them had injuries.
The fact
afraid
they
to
know
go
that
and
they're
report
illegal,
anything wrong, because
they know they aren't going to get repercussions.
They were afraid to go say anything because they were here illegally. So they were these people were taken advantage of by the employers.
Terrible.
Well, we agree with you. They should be punishing the employer, because that's where the root of the problem is. Like you said, money talks.
Right.
Thanks very much for talking to us today.
You bet.
Thank you.